Okay. So everything on this page here is a block. Looking at the list view of everything, or I can go to my outline, which I think the list view actually should be called an outline. We can see when I hover over each of these items in this list view, these are all the blocks that exist. I can see I've got my header, which is located over here on the left. My site.
By editing on the main.
I'm just showing you. Yeah, I'm just showing you.
Okay, sorry. I got so lost.
No worries. Yeah, I'm just pointing it out. We will actually get to edit this, but I'm just kind of pointing it out. And then our featured image, the title, and then we have a subgroup here called content, and inside of that content is blog posts. And then the footer is what exists to show a collection of different things. And these are called, they've changed names. These were called template blocks or template objects. I think now it's called it's patterns and then template parts. But basically it's reusable things that every page has, and then conversely every post, which presents as a page but is just a post, also has all this stuff on the side and at the bottom as well. And so if we want to, we can actually create a page where we get rid of that stuff if we wanted to. Or we can show a different kind of navigation. And the navigation's what I want to focus on right now. So we should all be right here in our dashboard. If not, go ahead and head over there. And the first thing I'm going to show you is how to nest navigation. So I have a page called About. In addition to the page that's called About, I have a menu item called About, because currently as it stands, every new page that we add gets into our navigation on the left-hand side here. But things like my resume, my hobbies, those sorts of things are also related to About Me. So wouldn't it be great to have them as part of the sub-navigation for About? Because if I don't put some of these or nest some of these under a logical heading, I'm going to get a very long list of things over here. So nesting these guys, these navigation elements or the pages under other logical headings is super easy to do. So in our dashboard here for our main site, if we go to pages, we can just do a quick edit. I've already done it for this one, but let's all do that. Let's do a quick edit on your resume. And you'll see mine has this little dash there. That means that that's not going to show up on the main navigation. It's a sub-nav item. But if I click on quick edit, this drop down right here for parent is where I can nest resume. I can nest the resume page underneath About. Now if I want to pull it back and make it part of the main navigation, I can just choose main page, and then there gets no parent. So let's take resume and put it underneath About. Let's make it a child of About. And make sure after you have clicked that drop down, you want to update. And once you update, this happens. I don't know what that's all about, but God bless them. That's what goes down. All right. So I have this other page called Stuff I Like. It's not published. So I'm going to quick edit this. And I think we did a Stuff I Like page. And I'm going to put that underneath About as well. And publish it. Cool. All right. So I think in terms of About, the resume and Stuff I Like, I think those are probably good. Let's look at another one. Let's look at, so we've got a page called reference, and then we also have a page called layout blocks reference. I'm actually going to build other reference pages, and those should all probably be categorized underneath reference as subpages. So my layout blocks reference page, which we built recently, I'm going to click quick edit on that. And I'm going to change the parent to reference. Reference is a page that we built. If you are missing any of these pages, fret not. We will get you caught up. You just need to get those assignments done. The concepts work. If you want, you can create a dummy page and put that as a child of some other page. Totally fine. Again, don't forget to click update. And this bears repeating. The quick edit is a great way to unpublish a page. If you want to put it back to draft mode, you can do that. You can also change the publish date. Now that won't leave it unpublished until that date. That's just the date that you can tell the world this is when that page was created. It's important for if the order is not indicated, if you haven't given any of these pages a particular order in how they're supposed to stack in the navigation, pages generally default to that date or sometimes alphabetical. Okay. And again, don't forget to click update. Now, if this happens, you get all that nonsense in there, just refresh the page, like Command R, and then everything should go back to normal. Command R is the shortcut for refresh. You can also hit the little recycle arrow up there at the top. Ooh. Yes, all right. And then preview your website, and now when you hover over, you've got your nested pages in there. And now we have fewer pages here. Group block example, for me, that's a page. I probably should put that under reference as well. Yeah.
Can you change the order of the navigation?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like right now, it's about, blog, group, home. Probably home should be at the top, yes, I would think. So I don't know why that didn't update. Group block example. Okay, so yeah, if you go to quick edit on the home page, you can leave it at 0 and then put everything else at a number, or you can add this as 1. I don't know if 1 takes precedent over 0. Let's see what happens. I've never looked into that. No. So let's say we want home, about, and then all the other ones. So I'm going to do this. Let's go to dashboard. Pages. I'm going to put home back to, oops, wrong, quick edit. I'm going to quick edit home, put that back to 0. Update. And then I'm going to quick edit the other ones and give them a number. Let's do that. Don't worry about the subpages, just the main ones. No, and that's weird, right? So I'll show. We'll look at another because we're going to get into actual custom navigation, and so we can change it there if we want to. So the issue with setting up the numbers for these is that as you add more pages, you're going to have to set these up as numbers and keep track of all that. Did that change it? No, mine did not change at all. All right. Well, that's fun. It looks like it only changed it actually in the list of pages. Yeah.
It changed on mine.
Did it change on yours?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm running a custom navigation. That's why. None of mine will change because I have a custom navigation. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do the next part now. So let's create a custom navigation. Okay, Mr. Grixie, that sounds awesome. Yay. All right. Under appearance, I've told you a couple times that the theme that you choose determines how this operates. The theme can control. It doesn't change core WordPress. Excuse me, but it can change some of how these things exist and also include other things there. Especially if a theme comes with built-in plugins, those get added in there. Things like Jetpack and shopping carts, Magento, all that stuff shows up in here. No, Jetpack's already up there. So a classic theme is a term you'll hear. A classic theme will bring in themes. It will have editor, but then you'll also have menus and then a couple other things that I can't remember. This theme is the newer kind of theme that's not the classic theme where everything is edited in the theme files. And that's why we just get themes and editor. So if we click on editor, and this is another reason why I had everyone use the same theme, because everything's going to be located in the same place for all of us, so it makes sense. All right, let me do something real quick here. All right. So I'm going to go back. I just want to make sure. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. I have no navigation now. Perfect. He says sarcastically. Did I just mess my thing up here? Shouldn't have. All right, so in our theme editor, at the very top here, we have navigation. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's click on navigation. And all of ours just have the single navigation item. And you can actually create additional nav menus that you can use at different parts of your website. Also, if you have, let's say, you're running a website where people can subscribe to your content and they're paying a subscription fee, which means they have to log in. WordPress is well adapted to do that. It's built into the core. And so those folks, when they're logged in, you may want to give them a whole different navigation logged in versus when they're not logged in. Just like we get navigation logged in versus not logged in. When I'm logged in, I get to see the dashboard and all that cool stuff. So we can actually control front-end wise when someone's logged in to our site, what navigation presents to them. And so the first thing we're going to do is work with managing those menus and how we can make changes. Now, if you twirl down, click that little greater than sign there next to page list, we can see all of our pages here, and then we can also see the sub-pages that we were working with. Don't do this. Watch me do it. If I click here on home, it's going to give me an error that says edit page list. This navigation menu displays your website's pages. Editing it will enable you to add, delete, or reorder pages. However, new pages will no longer be added automatically. That happened to you. Remember, we did something, we edited something, and we messed it all up. So, we do not want to edit our primary main navigation, our default navigation. Can someone close that door?
I don't have the edit page list button.
Oh,
Or, yeah, I don't have a page list button.
I wonder if maybe yours also.
Yeah.
Oh, so everybody else has that problem too, right? So I can't get that page up there.
Oh, no, yeah. It's all.
So if you click on blood, yeah, this is what we're talking about. Yeah. So if you click
Because
on
it's
one
got
of the
like
nav
a-
items on the left, it should give you a warning.
Whenever you go to edit.
Did it give you
No,
a warning?
mine's fine.
Oh, you're just fine, okay. Good, all right. So what we want to do is we want to make a copy of this navigation.
And the three dots, like everyone knew that's where I was going, right? Because that's super in your face. The three dots hidden up here in the midst of all this. If you click on that, there's a drop down called duplicate. Let's click on duplicate. Dun dun dun. Now it does two things. It makes a copy of the navigation and then immediately pushes you into the navigation to edit it. Now this is called navigation copy, which isn't going to give us a lot of information as we start working with this nav. So we're going to click the three dots again, and we're going to rename this. We're going to call it nav new. Bless you, bless you. So again, I duplicated the navigation, which took me into the nav editor. I clicked the three dots to rename it, and I renamed it navigation new. Just got rid of the copy, the word copy in parentheses, and just called it new. All right, how we doing? Everybody good? Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, that's all I got for today. No. Nap time. It is almost 4:20. Okay, so I'm going to. What am I doing now? Oh yeah. So we need to put this new navigation into practice. How the frick do we do that, Mr. C? I'm going to show you. Hit the less than sign to go back 2 clicks. So we go back to our navigation, and look, there's our new navigation, and then there's the old navigation. Bye, old navigation. I'm going to click this again to go back to the design part. If you go back and you end up on the dashboard, no worries, just hover over appearance, go back to editor, and you'll be in the same spot where we need to be. Okay, so we're gonna hover over and click on patterns, and then we're gonna select, and don't freak out, it's all good, this is all fun stuff. Oh my gosh, so much fun. But we're going to click on this one right here, all template parts. These are the different pieces that go into almost every page in our site. We have our header, we have our sidebar, we have post meta, and then we have the footer. The footer has the stuff at the bottom of the page. The header is quote unquote the top of the page, but it's really on the left-hand side of the page, along with the sidebar. And I believe that the sidebar contains the header in it, the top of it. But the sidebar is the thing we want to mess with. So we're going to click on sidebar. And the first thing we get is navigation menu has been deleted or is unavailable. Create new menu. That is not what I want.
I think that's you.
Okay. If you get the scary message like I got, if you click on that block, which again, it's just a block, it's a navigation block. Over here on the menu, we can click on the 3 dots, and this is all of us. And let's choose the navigation new. And then everything will be happy in your world. So the fact that this stuff is a little tiny bit wonky does not surprise me. It is just, it's just how it is. But now that we know how to edit this thing, we can do this. I think it's probably good for us to do this one more time. Go ahead and click the blue save button. We're not going to make any changes here other than just we're telling the sidebar, and remember we're looking at the sidebar template part. See that at the very top of our window here, sidebar template part. We have swapped out the navigation. And we've chosen a different navigation. Right now we have two, navigation, navigation new, or navigation copy if you didn't get a chance to rename it. So we're going to go back and back again. And now we're going to select navigation. And then I'm going to choose our main navigation. And let's rename this one, okay? I hella did that so fast. I'm so sorry. Let's try again. So I'm going to go to my editor. I'm going to select my navigation. And then I'm going to click on the navigation menu that's called navigation. And I'm going to rename this Navigation OG. That way we know that's the original and not to mess with that. OG is original gangster. So we got our navigation OG. Before we make any mess ups here, let's go ahead and go back one to the list of navigation items. And one thing that doesn't exist here, I just noticed this, is the opportunity to create a brand new fresh navigation. So I would imagine if there was only one navigation and you tried to delete it, WordPress would probably stop you from that. But if WordPress didn't, then you would be royally hosed, and then you'd need to create a navigation from scratch, which is possible. We could go back to our template section and do that. But I'm going to go to navigation new. Remember, that was the navigation copy, and I'm going to make a copy of this one just so we can go through that experience. I'm clicking on navigation new. I'm going to click the three dots and I'm going to choose duplicate. And then we're going to rename this to something very helpful. This is new. So we're editing the navigation new, and I'm going to click those three dots again and I'm going to choose edit. And just for reference, you don't actually have to click the three dots. Notice it is right here. It's previewing that navigation. And our navigation is stacked, but this navigation is going across the right because that's how the block presents it, because this is a navigation block. So you theoretically, and not theoretically, you actually literally can click on this big white area here to edit that navigation. And so if we open up our outline on the left here, twirl some of these down, remember, it's just blocks, man. It's all blocks. Everything is blocks. Just like Fletch says, everything's ball bearings, all ball bearings. Everything is blocks. The navigation new is a sort of parent block. Think of like a group block. Like we talked about on Tuesday. This is a navigation, and inside of that is all of these page items or links. Now, when I go to click this, it's going to ask, hey, are you sure you want to edit this thing? And that doesn't do it when I click on page list, because I'm not actually editing anything yet. Not until I actually click on one of these page items. And so I'm going to click edit. Yes, I do want to edit this thing. And while we're here, on the right hand side, we can see how this thing presents. and we can actually drag these pages around. And if you're not careful, you can actually subpage them. So I just accidentally made about a subpage of blog, and then the subpage of about is all of these pages. So I want this to be at the primary level, so I'll click and drag it to the left there, and now it's on its own. So let's do this. Let's have home, about, reference, blog, and then test. That's just me. All right, so what I want to do is I want to put a new hard link here that is external to the site. So I want to add a block. So I can select my navigation object called new, and I can hit that plus sign there, which is going to add it after the Fresno City College. This is a custom link. And initially it gives me page links. So if I want to link to a page, I could select that here. But I want to do a custom, so I'm going to click on Add Block. Okay, again, I just burned through that real fast. So once again, I selected my navigation object block. I hit that plus sign there, or you can hit it over here on the right-hand side. And because I'm inside of a navigation element, it knows to give me a list of links to pages that exist on the site. We're not going to do that. I'm going to add a block that is a custom link. But if you wanted to, you could do a submenu. You could actually do a page link. Like if you messed up, you could say page link. But we're going to do a custom link. And we're going to do google.com. And then you do have to hit the return key. So I'm going to add that again, and I'm just going to type https://www.google.com. That works also. So we don't actually have to select. I think the link block is implied. But I don't want www.google.com on my stupid page, so I want to edit that, how that presents. So over on City College's link that we added, the text shows Fresno City College and the link is the external URL. So if I click on google.com here, I could change my text to just Google and leave the link alone. And then save. All right, so what we want to do is turn the projector on so everybody can see what I'm seeing. And let's go back to our editor. And I'm going to go to navigation, and I'm going to choose navigation new again. And I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to delete home. About. Remember, this is in new. Reference. Test. But we want to leave blog, Fresno City College, and Google. And then once you've done that, go ahead and hit save. All right, and then we're going to hit our big W to go back one. And we're going to rename navigation new to footer navigation or footer nav. So once again, we were editing homey, we clicked save, and then I hit the big W to go back one. And then I clicked the 3 dots here and chose rename, and I'm going to call this footer nav and then save. And then I'm going to go back to the design editor and to my patterns. And on the left-hand side here, we have all template parts, but we have header, footer, and general. I'm going to click on footer. And then I'm going to click the 3 dots down here for the actions for footer. And I'm going to choose duplicate. And this is just going to be footer new. Leave the footer check mark there as well. Don't change anything else on this. And then click on the duplicate button. All right, now I have 2 footers. I have footer and footer new. And I'm going to click on footer new to edit it. And right now, all that footer new has is just designed with WordPress. I'm going to click into the footer template part and hit that plus sign there. And for the search, I'm going to do nav. And I'm going to grab navigation. And mercifully, it brought me to these nav elements that I just created, my nav new. But if it didn't, over here on the right, you can click the 3 dots and then choose footer nav. Okay, let me try, let's just see if we can center this. Hey, nice. Okay. So on our block properties here, if you click on the little settings icon and then choose center justify, that icon right there, it should center these guys. And then click save. And then this is interesting. If you want to, you can stack these items on top of each other. You can change the orientation. That's a new one. I like that. So if you want to stack them up, you can do that or leave them like that. But we'll leave them going in a row like that. Okay, so now comes the hard part, is swapping out that navigation. So we're going to go back to our design. So on design, we went to templates. We selected pages and just do exactly what we did before. Click on this, replace with that, save. Visit site. Hey, there it is. Winner. Yes. Okay, so here we go. So first thing we did is we made a duplicate of the template, and then we edited it so that it's just 2 external links and then the blog, because we don't want our blog to be in our primary navigation. Then we went to our theme editor and we messed around with the patterns. And we created a new footer pattern / template, but really it's just called a pattern. And the old footer template we could have edited if we wanted to. That would have made this process a lot easier, but if something went haywire, I did not want to mess it up. So we created a new footer, and then the challenge that we encountered was how do we bring in that new footer? And we found that when we went to our templates and to our pages, selected this footer block, clicked our 3 dots, and chose replace. So in other places, we can swap it by clicking 3 dots over on the right here, and this one we had to actually click on the block. Both of those work. Okay. So did we create, let's do this real quick. Let's go to Appearance and Editor. First of all, I'm so sorry. I got lost in my own world here. If I click on navigation, we should have 3 nav items: footer nav, navigation new, and navigation OG. This was an issue that Cindy ran into. First of all, before that happens, let me make sure that this is correct here. Show template. Yeah, that's totally it. So that's what you're seeing right now.
Yes.
Okay, so let's fix it all together. Here we go. Sorry, Cindy, if you're listening, I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus. But the fact that you had that issue helps us to fix for everybody else. Isn't school great? Okay, so I'm on this homepage. I'm just going to click on this homepage. And this is the simple editor. This is what we're usually seeing when we edit posts. But for whatever reason, we're seeing it on the theme editor as well. And if we fix this, we may see now when we edit our posts through the dashboard, we're going to see it there as well and not this simple view. But seeing how to turn this template on and off is going to be helpful to hide distractions, things like that. So just like this guy, we can hide that one. We can also hide this sidebar over here. So it's that icon right next to the save button. If we click that, it'll toggle it back and forth. And right now I'm looking at the page properties. And if I look down here and find this word template, we can see that the template that's being used is pages. Now, as we go forward, we're going to start creating more we're going to create templates actually for pages. And this is where you would choose a different template to use. And the benefits of templates are maybe we want a page that doesn't have any side navigation or any sidebar, anything. We just want a fully video background and that's it, right? So this is where you would change that. It's weird that it's on a drop down, but that's fine. If I click on pages, let's all do that together. I could edit the template. I could also create a new template, or I can change the template, but there's no other templates available that we could swap out. But this right here, show template, is where we click, and now you should be able to see that. And notice the save button isn't available to us because we haven't materially made any changes to the page. All we've done is shown how our page presents, and now it's presenting with the template stuff. So if I go back to my dashboard and I go to my pages, let's edit this page here. Now I see all of the stuff, which when we're trying to do this navigation, it gets kind of busy. So I just have to do this. Just take that and turn show template off, and I'm good. Okay, to change your side navigation, that's a different spot, of course, because why wouldn't it be? We're going to go to patterns. And then if we go to all template parts, it's the one called sidebar. And then if you click on this navigation block, it's right here. It's these 3 dots, and then you can choose a different navigation menu to roll those.